I knew it was gonna be a shotgun. 2 shots. This is what happens when I listen to you guys and I push. Ah! Chad is always right.
Alert! To arms! A yield! Mercy! Are you mad? You kill him!
I didn't even do anything! On the other side?
Oh.
I don't know who to feel sorrier for, HB, who I shot with the Mosin, or that other guy. Is the camera working? Hold on, let me see. I meant to set up the camera this morning. Crap. So that we could do Last of Us. It looks like I'm gonna be on this computer for a while longer than I thought, guys.
Just resubbed for 25 months.
Let's see, does this work? Hey, it works.
25 pickles to celebrate.
It's not quite set up right. God damn it. I remembered to do so many things this morning, but I forgot to check that the camera was working. At least I can add it. I'm gonna keep it off the Be Right Back screen, but I can add it just in case we want it for The Last of Us. You feel worse for HB? To be fair, I really did not know it was HB. I was like, did that sound like HB? And then like all this other shit happened and I just like couldn't keep it straight. So I wasn't for sure confident it was HB, but I did shoot him in the face when he was unconscious. Guys, thank you for being here. And Death Savior, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships right off the bat. We got the Mag, Gulo, Peter, ISRG, Matt, Waffle Salter, Hank, Amy, Demigod, Hellfire, David Galway, Jordan, Sneakerholic, Crook V, Pat Leading, Fox, I Am Mortis, Tackless Dribs, Brian Lucas, Nathan Brooks, and Matt R. All 20 of y'all have Death Savior to thank. Savior, thank you so much. Over on YouTube, we got Eric G, Ray Stewart, Fire Knight, John Jeekins, Nos Haas. We got all the people who got gifted memberships. Savior, starting the stream off strong. Thank you, man. Mortis, glad to be back in the green. Enjoy it, man. Now we need to show, oh, you need to show us your Zelda tat. Dude, it's on my leg, man. Oh my God, it's so hard to get my leg up there. Remind me when the camera's actually on. I think all Betsy will make it for the time being. Let's be super grateful you're able to see. That's how I feel, Savior. I'm just really happy that I can go live at all. But yeah, I called NZXT yesterday and they're like, yeah, we still haven't inventoried your computer. It took less time for my computer to ship across the country from Pennsylvania to California than it did for NZXT to confirm that it's in their warehouse. Like, I'm sure they're a massive warehouse. I'm sure they get a lot of computers, but that's a little fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie. You know, and I expressed that opinion. They can't build me a new computer until, I believe I sorted merch giveaways, Zanzan. Yeah, I believe I did. YouTube, just in case, I'm gonna leave this. Oh, nope, that button doesn't work. Shit, never mind. Anywho, at least the computer's there. Once they inventory it, they can then build me a new computer. Then they have to quality check that computer. And basically every one of these steps, they're like, it could take 3 to 4 business days. So like, this could be like 2 weeks on this computer. So hopefully, you know, hopefully things remain. She's a good girl. She's a good girl, aren't you, girl? Yeah, you are. You're a good girl. Hopefully she'll do us. And I loaded up Last of Us 2 and it was working this morning. So hopefully I can actually stream while playing that because, you know, I had said no variety days until the new computer gets here, but if that's going to be 2 weeks, I don't want to wait that long. You know, Last of Us starts on Sunday, so I'm thinking we'll do our Siberia life. You know, we got that character from yesterday. We'll see where we can go with that, and then we'll either carry on DayZ or swap to Last of Us, whatever we're feeling. Hello, I've heard Tom Cruise secured the rights to your life. He will call it Ish Ion Impossible. Ishian Possible. Jesus Christ. If I could pronounce it, it would be a funny joke, Roulette. Welcome on in, Luke Green, Fire Knight, I got you. Rizza, Indy, Esplo, Luger, Grandpa Monkey, Ice Cream, Danger, Bobito, Living Room, Bolico, Pauly Paul, Quacks, thank you for the 25 months, Berwinning, thank you for the bits. I got shoes, I got Paul Bartlett, what's up, Fatty, Andrew, Zanzan, Tommen, Soils. Is Siberia with a skill tree? No, that's the PlayZ server, and I do plan on checking that out. But probably not until Saturday. Probably on Saturdays when I'll check that out. Mechanism, Dean Kells, what's up, guys? But yeah, as I said, Siberia to start, maybe Last of Us 2 to wrap it up today, because I'm starting to get hyped about season 2 of The Last of Us. Yeah, so PlayZ is the new hardcore skill tree server that everybody's talking about, Andrew. I do want to check it out. I want to check out their Namalsk server. I don't think they have a Siberia, but I'm absolutely going to check it out. I just, you know... I want to finish this Siberia life and then see where we go. I also want to play more Zero Chernaris because that was nuts yesterday, man. We got into so many firefights, and every firefight was like really chaotic, man. It was pretty wild. All right, so while we got that, let me set up the camera. No. Add video capture device, new one. There we go. All right, so then when we do, it's different. It's not the aspect ratio I want it to be. Oh, here we go. Okay. Ugh, that's too big. On, I gotta also set this up. We're just in queue, so we're not missing anything. What's up, guys? Where's the light control? Here we go. There we go. And then let's make it smaller. Put it down here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a death counter today. Yeah, because that's all set up with the other camera. All right, well, at least I can turn the camera on for when we play Last of Us. Troy, what's going on, man? Hey, glad you can still stream. Looking forward to today. Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I apologize about the audio stuff yesterday. I had somebody comment on YouTube saying like you were kind of a dick about it, and frankly, I think they were right. I'm not gonna lie, any computer issue is kind of like an exposed nerve for me right now. So like, I think it was just like that, and like, you know, the fact that it sounded okay to me, but regardless, you know, I didn't have to be like, you know, a dick about it. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I appreciate you coming back. Yesterday was wild though, man. Yesterday was really, really fun. Chat was being dorks. No, I mean, like, it's fun. Like, I want to know if there are issues. I do. It was just like, once I checked my stream and it sounded good to me, I was just like there's nothing I can do at that point, but I can communicate that without being an asshole. You know what I mean? So that I you know, I'm working on it. For winning plus Amish was being a dick. That's true. I mean, I do, you know, I try to neg you guys. It's what keeps you coming back. Raging, what's going on, man? Empire, there's the beautiful face. Everything was fine yesterday. Doc was quiet on his stream as well. You weren't being a dick about it, I thought. I feel like I was a little abrasive about it, you know? And like, obviously I don't want to be. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I appreciate you guys being here. It's not nice to be a dick to your viewers who support your fucking stream, you know? But I agree. I don't think there was anything I could do about the audio issues. So it was just frustrating is all. But you know,
like a pickle.
I should tamper that. Matt R, what's up? I got Troy, I got Smallpox, I got Mortis. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys. You were a massive PETA. A PETA, you say? We all get frustrated. Yeah, I obviously, but it's one thing to be frustrated. It's another thing to like kind of take it out on other people, you know? That's all I'm saying. I wish I hadn't done that. So Bobby, Mechanism, Zan, thank you for the bits, dude. Thank you. Everyone has those days you're good. Yeah. I was thinking about it last night when I was laying in bed. But I hope you guys had a good rest. I was thinking about all of you while I laid in bed last night, chat. I hope you guys had a good rest of your night. I went to that running club. It was good. I almost was like, fuck this, I'm never coming back to the running club. It like, when I was there right from the beginning, it felt a little clicky. Like, I just like, I don't know, man. Hold on, I'm trying to set something else up. Like I was standing there waiting for the run to start. And everybody's really nice. Everybody's really, really nice. But like, I just felt like no one was like, I just felt like I got boxed out of a conversation and like I'm new there. Everybody seems to know each other. So like there was a part of me that was just like, this just feels really cliquey. I don't think I'm coming back. I almost was like, I'm not even gonna go to the beer. I'm just go to get the beer. I'm just gonna go on the run and then leave. Ah, shit. I was trying to set up a hotkey and I just hit cancel instead of save. But once we went and got the beer, I saw some people that I was familiar with and they were super, super friendly and really, really fun. And I'm glad I stayed. You know, the longer you stay, the more people you know, and then you're in on those clicks, you know? So like, you know, I just got to keep going. But yeah, at first yesterday, I was like, oh God, this is not for me. I'm not doing this anymore. All right. We are streaming, we are recording, and we are in the Fukin server. Oh yeah, I've got a Mosin with one shot, right? Yeah, one shot in this Mosin. My DPS feel off? If you want, I can drive up and join you, be our own clique. Well, like honestly, dude, I've thought about starting my own version of this, but for skateboarding living room. But it's just like, there's like 40 people that go to this thing. It's so goddamn big. Like it's just a massive group of people. And I'd say about 75% of them have been coming for 2 years.
Just resubbed for 33 months. Good morning.
Oh, dead zombie. Dead zombie here. Cassie, thank you for the 33 months. Thank you. But I'd say like 75% of the people that go know each other very well and like are in private group chats together, and like they did a beer mile last week that's like not open to the whole group. It's like, and that's understandable. There are people who like know it, dude. It's like it's insane living room. It's really blown up over the last 2 years, they said. But it's understandable that like, you know, you can't include everyone on everything, and I get that. I'm not upset about that, but like I was standing there kind of just like twiddling my thumbs, saying hi to people, waiting for the run to start. And this one dude just kind of like edged me out of this like circle I was in. And I was like, wow, okay. And I just was like, I got really anxious. It felt like high school for a minute there, you know? Hello, is anybody here? I don't think anybody's here. I've got the double heat buff. So I think we're gonna go try to find the next military base that's not too far. Ish got edged. Oh, that dude edged me so hard, it was crazy. But yeah, anyways, once we were in the bar getting a drink, everyone was super chill, and I met new people. I talked to people that I already knew. It was a really great conversation. What happened to my suit? Oh, I had that suit and it's gone now. That sucks. All right, so we are where are we? We're here. So I want to leave on the road and then make a right and go directly south, and we're gonna head towards Chelyabinsk military. High school, I'm missing this. Now I'm old, dude. It felt like, it might seem kind of odd given like what I do, and like maybe I seem really outgoing in this particular setting, but I actually get like really socially anxious in real life. Like it's not, when I'm comfortable, I'm outgoing, but when I'm feeling like the odd man out, I just shut down and like can't really deal with it. So I was starting to slip into that a little bit. And then like I saw these two people that I knew from the last time I was there, and they were super welcoming and very, very chill, and had a lovely conversation with them. So, you know, it was nice. I'm shy and very ADHD. I feel like me being ADHD doesn't affect my sociability. It just affects my ability to hold a conversation. Oh, wait, you know what? I got ammo for my Pioneer in this. Cassie, I hope you're good. Anybody I missed, welcome on in. I think your voice was just a hair too loud. When you turned it down, it was good. Well, Luke, I wish I had... Oh, I left the Mosin inside. Speaking of ADHD. I wish I had realized that earlier, because everyone was saying Doc was too quiet, but I think you're right. I think the problem was that I was too loud. But again, I just, you know, didn't need to get so abrasive about the way I was handling it. Anyways, running club, this, that, and the other. I hope you guys had a good night. I like the sneakier way in, rather than going through the front.
Dude, that's a beautiful, badass gun.
I know,
man.
and I almost left it behind. Like, what am I doing here? This mouse is really starting to feel off for me. I feel like I gotta fuck with the DPI a little bit.
That forkin' welder just resubbed for 3 months.
That fucking welder, what's up, man? Thank you for the 3 months. I met a fucking welder at in Downers Grove the other day. He was awesome, man. He made a Raphael, you know, sight. I don't know what the hell you call those things, but he made one of those Raphael weapons from Ninja Turtles, but from a screwdriver. Super cool. Thank you for the 3 months, man. And Zan, thank you for the 202 bits. I didn't sleep worth a damn. My hip is still healing. Wait, did you injure it or what? Did you get a surgery, Johnny? What's going on? It was so cool, welder. And it looks super well done, like with the curved screws on it's like they're both screwdrivers on either side of the main screwdriver. But what's so cool about it is like, he's like, it's actually useful because it gives me leverage when using the damn thing. Like, it's actually not just neat looking, it's actually effective. Yeah, he was super creative. He had like a Captain America shield he was working on. He was a very creative guy. He got all artsy fartsy with his welding. Oh, I gotta fix my shotgun. I hate when that shell is sticking out. All right, well, Siberia, here we come. Let's hope we can get it. I would love to get like a good run and actually check out some of this map and maybe get a couple of kills and then swap to Last of Us, because I do want to play Last of Us. I'm pretty excited about Season 2. The hype is starting to build. I've worked out bits, but it's a fun time. It's fun time again. Oh, baby. Snow turd. What an unpleasant version of snow. Welcome on in. Hip replacement on the 24th of February. Gotcha. Well, I hope you're on the mend and maybe not 100%, but I hope you're back at it soon. So those like row houses, I don't think are really worth my time, but I might as well check medical here. Hello? There's something like quiet and eerie about this map. I've welded a rose out of washers. He had a rose welded as well,
Gato
but
Esplosivo
it wasn't out of
washers.
washers.
Pickle get help.
Oh no. I would like to get help to save me from a pickle. Esplo, thank you for the gifted. But yeah, Zan, I do think that I reconnected fourth wall. Not that I'm saying, you know, like, but I do think it's connected. It should be good to go. It's pretty cool. I like these like row house vibes over here. Let's check one or two of them just to see if they spawn anything valuable. Because like shit, man, I could use a bigger backpack. I've done a copper rose. Dude, welding is so cool, man. Like, in the way that you can, like, go... Like, welding can be so mechanical and useful, but then can also be art. Like, I think welding is such a dope thing. I took one class where I got to do a little bit of welding and a little bit of metalworking, and it was fun. I really liked it. But there just wasn't any need to continue pursuing it, given the career I ended up in, you know? That's not what I'm saying at all, Zed. I wanted to make sure that, you know, everybody knew it was set back up. Last of Us, yes, please. Yeah, man, I'm excited for Last of Us 2. I started a replay about a year ago, but I didn't get very far. Like, I don't think I got to the big sad thing, you know? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna save it for when I'm streaming it. So I've only played through the game once ever. So I'm excited to dive back in with y'all. Ooh, a lighter. All right, that was worth the trip. Some food, okay. Maybe these buildings are worth the time. Gather a little bit of food before we, and if we get a water bottle, we can go back to that well. When I retire next year, I want to go back to school for welding. Okay, for like a hobby of art, or like possibly getting like a side gig, you know. That was like a common theme at that, the safety audit I was doing, was so many old dudes who had been there for like 43 years were like, yeah, I retired, and then they dragged me back in. And they were so smart, man. There was this Polish guy, Mirek, who had been there for 43 years, and he explained to me how the oven works. And like, not only did he know every single in and out. Is it just me, or is the mic cutting out? Yeah, let me know. Mic is cutting out? Anybody else dealing with that? Goblin and Fire Knight is getting it. Twitch, are you having mic cutting out? Remain calm, Ishmael. Not cutting out for me. I'm just gonna keep it closer to my face for a second. Not for me. Audio is cutting in and out. Huh. I don't hear it. This is confusing. Some people on YouTube are getting it, some people aren't. The people who are getting audio issues, can you just try refreshing, or maybe even another browser if it persists? Let's take it and cut it up. Ooh. Stab vest would be nice. It might be a YouTube problem. Well, it's really weird if some people are having it on YouTube and other people aren't. Audio is fine, but Doc is really quiet. That's because Doc is all the way, you can't hear him all the way from Germany. I've got it playing on YouTube and TV, it's fine. I backed out of the stream, came back, fixed it for me. Okay, yeah, try refreshing if you're having the issues, guys. But yeah, this Polish guy, he knew every in and out of this like complex, massive oven. Like, this oven is literally like half a football field long. Like, that's how big this thing is. He knew every in and out of the design and the safety switches and the pilot light, and well, they don't have a pilot light. That's what he was explaining to me. But, and not only that, but he was able to like distill the information down to a dum-dum like me. It's like amazing when you see these maintenance guys who have been working for, you know, 40 years and just how much knowledge they have of a particular plant, you know? Hub, what's up, man? Dave, how you doing? Is this gonna be one of those things where I found like 2 useful bits in the first house and then there's absolutely nothing of value in any other house, but I waste my time looking? Try a mint that could refresh your stream. Try 5 gum. Here we go, more food. Ooh, a knife. I think I could use a real knife. Yeah. Do you hand out business cards with your Twitch URL when on jobs? I would. No, I told one dude about it because the guy who has the Raphael tri-weapon thingamajigger, because he was a big old nerd and he was like talking about video games and this, that, and the other. So I told him. And then word got around and one person asked me about it, so I told him about it. But that was it, you know? I try not to flaunt it, you know? Like last night I asked one of the new guys I met what he did for a living. And then he asked me in return, and he didn't even follow up. I was just like, yeah, I'm a content creator. I make YouTube videos about video games. And then we ended up talking about his job because his job was way more interesting. He is a mechanical engineer who designs amusement park rides. How fucking cool is that, dude? And like, it was really interesting to hear about it. Like, he was talking about how like everyone gets excited and are like, oh, do you design roller coasters? But like, apparently roller coasters are actually like kind of boring to design. Because you can't really reinvent the wheel with a roller coaster. It's just kind of the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it was really cool to talk to him about it, Hub. And then his wife was a physical therapist. So I was telling her about breaking my wrist twice in 2 years. Those old gray beers are worth their weight in gold at places like that. Literally, they can't let those guys retire smallpox because they know more than anyone else in the plant. And without them, they might not be able to keep the ovens running. Like, it's wild how essential those guys are. They must make bank because, again, that guy tried to retire and they brought him back. I'm sure it was a hefty sum to bring him back. He's the guy that grew up playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, making roller coasters that launch people to their death. I mean, isn't that all of us, though? I feel like everyone did that. Yeti, what's up, man? Remy, Katana. But yeah, the beer runners thing was, I'm all over the place today with subjects, but the beer runners thing, I'm really glad I stuck it out and stayed because I feel like there's like 2 couples who live in the city that could totally be like couples friends if LadyZed ever joins. But she ain't a runner. These people take running so seriously, though. They were talking about, like, mostly drunk soda that's frozen. Interesting. They were talking about... Did I just hear a door open? Thought I heard a... Upside down pineapple, friends? Nah, no, that's okay. No, thank you. But, ooh, do I need a flashlight anywhere in this map? Probably not for a while. Dude, I would love LadyZed to get into running, Hub. It's just not her thing. She likes, like, aerobics, but she is not into running. But she could also join for the beer part of the Beer Runners Club, you know? A lot of people do that. But no, they were just like cool people, Full Nelson, and they live in the city. Like one of them actually lives down the block from me. His wife was like, oh, I saw you walking with your kid the other day. So, you know, I'm gonna keep on going. Hopefully we remain friendly. Making friends in your 30s, dude, it ain't easy. It takes literal effort. Like, I told LadyZed, I was like, I almost don't feel like going tonight. And she's like, I was like, it feels like work. And she's like, well, yeah, it feels like work. But eventually, like, she has a group of girlfriends that are like, they're thick as thieves. They're going up to Vermont, actually. Yeah, Vermont this summer together. So like, they're all really, really good friends, like besties. But they started off as a meetup group, and she was like, yeah, that's how I felt about those friends for a long time. I didn't want to go to this meetup. It felt like work. But eventually I actually developed real friendships. So like, you got to put the effort in it initially, you know? Guys, don't let me leave without this Mosin. I'm going to drop it in here. But I want to loot these last 2 houses, and then I got to kill those zombies. My wife peer pressured me into doing a half marathon with her in Duluth this June. A half marathon is manageable. Like, that's one thing we were talking about. These guys are all training for marathons, and they're like, what pace are you gonna start out at? Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna start out at an easy 9 and then keep it going. I'm like, holy crap, you guys think about this way more than I do. I think I'm gonna swap to a knife and I'm gonna carry this fishing rod with me. I think it's gonna be important down the line. But like, they put so much thought into a marathon, which I'm impressed by. But a half marathon, like if you just like really want to do it and you just push yourself, you don't need a training regimen. As long as you just focus and keep running, you know, and you can do like 10 miles like a couple weeks before the actual half, you'll be fine. Let's get these nerds inside. Thought that backhand. Ooh, I thought, what? Man, that took 3 more hits than I expected it to. All right, so we gotta make a fire and defrost all this food. I don't know if I want to do it in one of these houses, but I definitely think that we should consume all this food before we go. Another partially consumed food. I guess they're just spawning in like that. But we need to make a fire and defrost this stuff just to clear out inventory space before we head to a mill base. If you keep running, you can do a marathon. Follow LadyZed for more fitness advice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that you can just improvise and hit a marathon. I'm saying a half marathon you can. That's what I did. I just pushed myself and ran, and then I did a half. But for a full marathon, dude, you need like a training program. Like there are milestones you have to be hitting by X date before the marathon, or you're gonna shit your pants at the 19-mile line. You know what I mean? All right. I'm gonna make a fire here. There's not very many oh no, my Mosin's over in this house, so I guess we'll do this one. Somebody might camp in the trees, but I can look out the window to check, and no one can shoot me from the hill, so. Let's make our fire in here. If we can get logs, all the better. That's the problem with losing my hatchet, though, is I can't make logs anymore. Oh, wait. We should pick a middle one. Somebody might see the smoke from down the hill. You should do the Chicago Marathon. It's a party. Dude, I'm so bummed the Chicago meetup didn't work out. I was thinking about that last night, too. I was just like, God damn it, man. Would have been so fun. They were talking, they did the Cleveland Marathon. And I'm like, you guys drove out to Cleveland to do a marathon? And they were like, well, actually, some of us flew because 2 of them were living in Florida. The guy who does the roller coasters, he and his wife were living in Florida at the time. So they flew to Cleveland to do a marathon. But I guess they like... I guess they knew people who had a house there, and it became like a whole weekend trip for the group. Like, that's how tight some of these groups have become, you know? Which is cool. I'm excited about that. I'm like, oh, I want to become friends with these. I like these people. But it is intimidating. Like, they all know each other that well, and you're the odd man out trying to become friends, you know? Trying to get in on the group. Those people are rich. I mean, I'm assuming that a mechanical engineer who designs amusement parks would do pretty well for himself. Plus a physical therapist's wife, you know? Well, I think that it was also like a vacation quick drive. Like, they stayed for the whole weekend at a friend's house. So it was more than just the marathon. But I agree. They were trying to convince me to do the Red Rose run. And I was like, I don't really like doing runs that I have to pay. Like, I hate waking up early on a Saturday, missing a day of streaming for me, and paying money to do a run. I'm like, this is just ridiculous. Like, I could just go outside and run. But when you're doing it with friends, it's more fun in those circumstances. You know what? I changed my mind, man. I don't like this. I don't like where we are. I'd rather make the fire downstairs than worry about that hill. All I gotta worry about is these windows over here. I think I prefer that. Am I being overly cautious, or am I being the right amount of cautious? How many times do they ask you to bring LadyZed to the running thing? They just mentioned, I just mentioned one time. They were like, does your wife run? And I'm like, no, but I think I think she'd like you guys. It'd be fun for her to join us for the beers at one point. My friend does the New York City Marathon every year, lives in Vancouver. Oh, wow. Runners, man, they a special breed.
James _ is just resubbed for 8 months. Yay, love the stream.
Do I have a sewing kit? I do, without a lot in it. Don't really need that anymore. The 20 shots in there. Let's use the sewing kit to patch our shit up as much as we can and save some duct tape for potential bottle suppressors. James, thank you for the 8 months, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My mom is an amusement park engineer too. She designed me, and your mom loves to ride me. Should I bust that out, Full Nelson, at the next running club? I have friends from Degrading that only talk to... Huh? Degrading? Where the hell is that? I'm gonna keep that for opening cans. I guess I don't have to worry as much about knives. So I can probably just craft a knife here and keep that. That was solid, Nelson. That was solid. This bad boy up. They won't ever edge you out of a circle ever again, yeah. I don't know, I hope I'm making a good impression. It's like weird. I think I am. You know, again, like I hung out with like 2 couples, so I hope I wasn't like intruding being the 5th wheel. Oh, and I also found out when I told them about my old job doing safety stuff, they told me that a guy in the group, and they pointed him out to me, that he does workplace safety stuff. And so like I almost went over to try to talk to him, but he was like involved in a conversation and I just didn't. I was like, all right, I'm like that. I'll keep that in mind for next time, you know? Any news on the PC? It is in the warehouse, according to FedEx. It's been there since Monday morning at 10 a.m. NZXT still has not inventoried it. They said it can take 3 to 4 business days to inventory it. Then they build me the computer, which can take 3 to 4 business days. And then they quality check the computer, which takes 3 to 4 business days. So it could be the better part of 2 weeks. Those runners are like latex cycling people over here in the Netherlands. They just go run 4 wide on normal roads where car drives, and then you pass them and they start cruising. We are not like that, Tinnis. I will say, I felt a little awkward when we were sitting outside of the bar waiting for the run to start, because we were there's like 40 people, and we were taking up the whole sidewalk, and like people were having to like weave in between us. So we were kind of those douchebags in that moment, but when we run, we keep it pretty low profile. Look at me talking like I'm a wee already. Were you wearing any pineapple items? You guys are horny. Y'all are horny. That's my hot take about y'all. What are your thoughts on Siberia so far? I like the vibes. We haven't seen we've seen players yesterday, but we haven't had a fight and we haven't seen all that much. We only played for about an hour yesterday and then we swapped to Cherno. Drag racing, got it. I helped build the Transformer 3D ride in Universal Studios. Oh, wow, Troy. Yeah, the guy was telling me that roller coasters are actually not that fun because it's mostly just like calculating stress tests and G's on the person moving and all that. Like, it's pretty by the books, paint by numbers when you design a roller coaster. They actually designed a carousel where the individual people are going up and down and spinning while the whole carousel is spinning. And he said it was like a really fun project because there were so many different, what do you call them? Starts with a V, it's an arrow. Vectors, there's so many different vectors going on that you gotta like work out. I knew the word when I was talking to him. Hopefully it was impressive. All right, double buffed. Making sure nobody like is in one of these windows camping. Let's head to the mill base. Viagra, yeah. He has to work out so many different Viagras. Yeah, it's you know, a lot of my buddies have moved away, you know, and some of my buddies have also, and I'm really happy for them. I'm thrilled. They're improving their lives immensely. But a couple of them have stopped drinking, you know, so like, you know, I need like beer buddies, you know? And plus it's a good reason to like go on a run, you know? I just hate that it's 6:30 at night. It's such a weird time to run for me. It's very difficult to set up my stomach to feel good during the run. I was out walking the dog the other night, smoking a joint. A big group of runners go by. I take a long haul and they say that shit will kill you. Really? Oh my God. I'd be like, hell yeah, brother. Can I get a hit?
I know what a video gamer is. I don't know what a Twitch streamer is. Besides the obvious, you smoke some meth and fucking do a Zoom call.
Viagra gives you a vector. That is technically true. Mr. Vion, thank you for the follow. I got James. Thank you again for the 8. Zan, thank you for the 204 bits. Oh shit, so those bits are over 2. But I guess you don't buy 200 bits, you buy like 500, right? I yelled to them that running will kill you. It certainly could. Fuck them. I was making jokes about how our next runners meetup should be at the cigar bar. Do a 5-mile run and then smoke a stogie. Let's fucking go, dude. I only did 3 last night. Nah, I'm happy for them, Mike. I'm happy for them. They needed to quit, and I think it was good for them in the long run. They're both doing really well with it, I think. I would 100% set up a Mexican food stand in front of that ride. I wonder if Siberia is like Namal Square. Industrial can spawn scopes and stuff. At least I feel safe with Ish, because Ish can't kill anyone. Hey, I avenged TRMZ and Doc Dreiss yesterday, okay? Yeah, this is the mill base. Let's overwatch it from construction, which seems like the most obvious overwatch spot ever. Oh my god. I do kind of want to swap back to my old mouse, though. I'm starting to feel like this one just, like, feels slipperier. Oh, we're winning. I like this level better. There's more cover. Hopefully I can leave here with an ACOG scope. Or better yet, Mosin ammo and a scope that goes on the Mosin. Body armor would be nice too. It's very quiet, dude. There's not even any wind. That's what's making it feel so eerily quiet. I hear footsteps. I think I heard footsteps to the right. Yep. There's somebody close to me, and then there's somebody up there. Can barely see him. It might be a zombie that's running around near me. That guy looks much more kitted than me. I don't like how few shots I have, man. Trying to figure out where I can get an angle on him. Because if I leave the compound, I'm not gonna have the height advantage. Oh, if only I had more. If I had a scope or more shots in the Mosin, man, I'd feel a little better. He went down from the ATC. I think he left. Wonder if I can get into Arma 3 and maybe get an eye on him from the windows. Anything up there? Not that I'm gonna climb it right now. Okay, that's a zombie. But he was already in here, so hopefully it means he won't be coming back. And maybe won't be looking this way. The doors to the ATC are still closed. Where'd he go? Could he just be done and have left? But why would he bother closing the doors to the ATC on the way out? He might have heard me running, it's possible, but with the way footsteps are right now, it's so hard to tell if it's zombie footsteps or player footsteps. Oh god, these zombies outside the compound are geeking me. Snow is falling. I'm actually wondering if there's something underground here. Because I keep hearing footsteps over that way. I'm kind of checking for a box of Mosin ammo. AK-74 would be cool. I got a full box of ammo. This is where I came in, but I wasn't looting. I think I'm too fixated on the ATC. Just the doors being closed make me wonder if he's still in there. And if I'm just patient enough, if I'll get a shot on him through the window. Fuck it, we just spawned in. Let's get close and see if we hear him. It's so fucking quiet. I mean, clearly he left. It tastes like a pickle. Oh my god. I need a bigger backpack. It's at least something. He might have left and headed towards those shots once he started hearing them. We're winning. Thank you for the bits. All right, well, I'm going to keep looting and see if there's any leftover ammo or guns to find. He left that AK mag behind. which implies that he is something better than that. So that's a little nerve-wracking. Did my first few runs on Sakal not long ago. It was really difficult, kind of put me down. Oh, really? Karuta, keep playing, man. Sakal and cold weather maps in general can be really challenging, but I promise you, man, they're worth it. I love Sakal. I'm more up on Sakal than a lot of people, but I truly think it's like a top 5 map for me. Yeah, see, there are zombies stuck underneath this platform. RMR site. So there's mods. Sure, why not? But yeah, there's a zombie stuck underneath this platform. Oh god. So he has something better than he has a plate carrier. Just following this guy around, learning how much better loot he has than me. They're challenging, but that would make some fun, in my opinion. I agree. As long as there's loot, or sorry, like spawn town diversity, I enjoy the cold weather maps. I just hate dealing with freezing to death and dealing with like the same fresh spawns rushing you over and over again. Oh, God. That looked like a player crouching for a minute. Dude, I don't even think that guy was the most geared up player on the server. The other guys who like the guy I saw who killed Doc Dreiss, like, oh man, everybody seems geared to the tits on Zero Trinaris. It's intimidating. But I am pretty proud of that kill. If we could get a scope blaze, I'd feel a little more confident about where we are. But, brother, we just got a fucking press vest. Like, that's pretty awesome. The mini zombies are super freaky. I like borderline don't even want to kill them. I just want to lock them in buildings because it makes me sad. I think I'd rather, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like when people first like talked about like and pointed out why aren't there any zombie children? There's only adults. I was like, well, people are snowflakes, man. They can't handle seeing zombie children. But now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, this isn't necessary. This doesn't add anything, you know? Checking anywhere I can for ammo. I agree. I think he locked that one up, and obviously he killed all the other ones around here. All right. Yeah, that zombie underground is geeking me out, man. All right, let's see if we can check these. Holy shit. Yes. Dude, I thought this was one of those like textures. You know the like asset of all the zombies? What the fuck? Oh my god. You know what I mean? Like the corpse pile that's just like an asset? I thought it was that thing, man. All right. I feel like I still need to keep the Pioneer just in case I find an ACOG scope. But hell yeah, dude. We found a box of SK and a box of Mosin ammo. Maybe only adults can be infected. Kids are immune. I mean, that's even more upsetting if you really think about it. That means all the kids were murdered by their parents. All right. I'm going to hold on to the Pioneer for now. We got a whole bunch of food. It's all frozen. Let's eat this, though. Just scarf this down. I mean, Aaron, you joke, but I actually think that crawler zombies would be really cool if they spawned in as crawlers. I also think that it'd be really cool if some zombies were laying there looking dead, but they would pop up when you get close to them. I mean, we know for sure, Russian Roulette, that he has something better than an AK-74 and a plate carrier. Or something better that he could have a defender vest, I suppose. So yeah, I'm a little anxious. Okie dokie. This is getting ever more complicated. Damn, I did not expect to find this much gear here. Yeah, so what I'm thinking about this is I wonder if this is intended to be such a high tier loot spawn. This is the first military base I've visited, so we're like diving into the high tier stuff very quickly. Like, this is like a tier 3 mill spawn. And where I think we're like a couple kilometers away from where we spawned. Not to mention, someone already looted this place. And we're still finding this much stuff. Who else is waiting for a landmine that I can't see because it's underneath this texture? Okay, so I have more ammo for the 74.
Wahid Capsalon just resubbed for 33 months.
I have more ammo for the 74. So I think I want to take that. Also, it's in better condition. All right, cool. I'm gonna keep the duct tape. Taking the ammo. Capsalon, thank you for the 30 months, 33 months. I got gloves. So my question now is, where can I go to find a scope? Like, this is all fine and dandy, lots of great melee gear. But where can I get it scoped up? That's what I need now. Bison, man. Tier 3 MILF spawn? Oh, baby. I definitely said mill. I did not say MILF. Longhorn up there. So the towers are hunting spawns, just like the mosque. That's really good to know. I ain't climbing for a longhorn, but... Yeah. 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 Take that. Okay. I'm gonna Yeah. For now, I'm just gonna keep it on my person. I think I'm gonna want that chemical suit in the long run. All right, let's just really quick check these towers. I'm assuming there's like some sort of underground bunker mission dealy, and I'm gonna really want that chemical suit. So for now, I'm gonna hold on to it. Let's hope I can make room for it though, and I can also put my AK away. Oh, are we getting up into like more cold territory now? With these snowy trees? I wonder if we're gonna hit like a colder area where it's hard to stay warm.
Eggerskyle has just donated $7.62. So in my trip to the dependency on Sunday coming saw that a weekend warrior had put a Hummer somehow on it left side. Not sure how no wind, rain and light traffic on the interstate.
What? Egger, I love you, but sometimes I have no fucking clue what you're saying. So in my trip to the dependency, I assume dispensary, on Sunday, Cummings saw that a weekend warrior had put a Hummer somehow on it left side. Not sure how no wind, rain, and light traffic. I have no fucking clue what you're saying. What? I'm so sorry, man. I cannot decipher that message. Saw a tipped over Hummer? A National Guardsman rolled a Humvee. Okay, so there is like a news story that I'm unaware of. Okay. I genuinely am like, I have no fucking clue what these words in this particular order mean. Thank you for the 762. You know, in an area where there's an RPG and this much gear, you know you're about to reach the boss. I don't think that the guy we spotted is a boss. That's at least okay. At least we're not that far. All right, can I make room for that suit? Yes, I can. There we go. And it's nice and protected too. Okay. We're gonna have to defrost all that food soon. Let's take a look. Where do we want to go next? I mean, Hummers, they're so wide. I'm pretty surprised that they would tip. Okay, so this is where we're hearing the shots. Up in these mountains that are really cold. Gunner Castle. That might be a place for me to get a scope. Eva Castle. I'm gonna try to go there. Ice Lake. I'm gonna try to go to Eva Castle and maybe Gunner Castle and get a scope. That's what I'm going for right now. So I can see the radio tower. So Eva Castle's probably this way a little bit. Ricky Bobby, how you doing? MILF proven. I'm a firm believer that farmhouses should have a chance to spawn hunting gear. Farmers hunt, you know? Farmers might have a scope Mosin for absolute overkill to kill a groundhog. You never know. What's the rule on leaners? On console, it's okay to map elite control paddles to lean. There is nothing wrong with having a button for leaning. What's wrong with what a leaner is, in my opinion, Remy, is when your strafe keys also make you lean. So if you double bind left and right to lean at the same time, that's, in my opinion, a cheat. And if it's not a cheat, it's at least stupid and annoying, and I must kill all leaners. It's my purpose. It's my proven purpose.
Tia's 240 just resubbed for 20 months. Hello there.
On console, we can only lean when we ADS. I mean, that would be a solution. I do like to lean as a question. Like if I'm talking to someone and I go like, hey, have you seen anybody around here? Like, I feel like it's an inquisitive look. It's like a way to put body language in DayZ. You know what I mean? So I like being able to do that. But I just think the double binding is bullshit, man. And I think the devs would agree with me. It's just an oversight that they haven't fixed yet. Tias, thank you for the 20 months, man. Egger, thank you again for the for the 762. I hope you enjoyed your trip to the dispensary, man. Oh, and the friendly wiggle? Yeah, yeah. So you can't friendly wiggle on console. That's a huge problem. No wonder console is so shooty. There's the whole, like, voice party chat thing, and you can't friendly wiggle? Like, you bump into a random player, there's no way for you to communicate that you're friendly. That's actually, like, a huge problem. I knew about the whole, like, you're either in voice party chat or you're in VoIP chat, like the global chat. That's enough of a problem that you have to, like, finagle to stop talking to your friend in Discord and talk to the guy you bumped into in Electro. But at the very least, if you could friendly wiggle, at least you're, like, trying to say something, you know? I guess you could, like, quickly pull up the emote wheel and, like, wave, you know? You could do something. I'm hoping I can make it to the castle before needing a fire, but it's not looking good. This area reminds me of Dead... Whoa. This area reminds me of Beyond the Deadfall. You can wiggle on console if you use mouse and keyboard. Yeah, but... the game is, you know, like, they designed controller controls, so, like, I guess there's just not enough buttons on a controller, but that seems like a big flaw to me. But that is a good point. You could always use keyboard and mouse.
The Gravy Man _ just resubbed for 15 months.
Iridescent Angel, how you doing? Did someone say buttons? Gravy, thank you for the 15. Full-sized AK, maybe? Ditch the SKS, rock a full-sized AK? Hello? Might not have anything here. Oh no, I think it's a server restart. Okay. The way these servers restart, it makes me feel like my computer's crashing and I have like a momentary panic attack. 9:10? What a weird time for a restart. Survivor, how you doing? I'm surprised more people don't play keyboard and mouse on console because I'm able to do all that. Yeah, I think if I was playing on console, I would play keyboard and mouse, but a lot of people don't like keyboard and mouse, you know? I get it. It's 15:10 silly? You're silly. Clocks only go up to 12. The teabag is friendly. We can crouch up and down for friendly on console. Is that like a common thing, DayZ? Or Ty Boss? Is instead of the friendly wiggle, you have the friendly teabag? Do they still separate mouse and keyboard servers and controller servers? I believe so. Q's dad, what's up? Geiger, how you doing? James, what's up? We friendly crouch. Okay. Elm, how you doing? Loves your mom. I'd say it is. Okay, that's cool. Console has had to adapt. I think I figured it out. Amish doesn't like pickles because in his world, pickles are for pegging, proven. Oh, I'm suddenly liking the idea of pickles more than eating them. Friendly teabag doesn't sound right. What? What's a teabag amongst friends, you know? Crouched is the standard. It makes sense that you guys would have to find something, you know? I definitely think that keyboard and mouse folk would have an advantage in terms of aim over, and I guess just general controls, because they can do more because they're not bound by, you know, how many buttons are on a controller. A dozen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 2 analog sticks. I saw this funny video on Reddit of a guy, it was like fixed by the duet, and it was this guy like taping his phone to a barbell at the gym so he could film a video of him pumping iron. And then this other guy put his phone like on the floor while he did squats and like on the like leg press.
910 NC just resubbed for 11 months. Look who's back from vacation. I was forced to watch professionals until you got back. Amish cry.
Oh, that's terrible kill moves. Well, lucky you're back with me, a common pleb. The guy was basically like setting his phone up so that every time he was filming, he was just teabagging the phone. But like making fun of the guy who was like doing a workout. It was so good, man. The bad part though was that they actually showed the phone's perspective. That was upsetting. So cool little checkpoint, but it doesn't spawn anything, at least at the moment. Nothing spawning here. Oh, I'm light blue. All right, let's run up over towards these rocks and I can make a fire. You can't assign keybinds on console when using keyboard and mouse, but do you have the vanilla keybinds? Because that's still more buttons and more, you know, more options than a controller. Like just being able to lean without aiming. Wait, could you lean with your fists up? Could you like put your gun away and do this to say you're friendly? Carco, hola, ¿cómo estás? Legendary, how you doing? Jolly, what's up? No Kingdom Come. I'm on a backup computer and I didn't remember to transfer my save file. I'm hoping that it's available on Steam, but I just didn't bother to install Kingdom Come. Plus, I've been saying that when Last of Us 2 comes out, we'll be swapping to that. So we might do Last of Us 2 later today. That is installed, and it's a fresh save, so. But I'm a little worried that I lost my Kingdom Come file, dude. It would be pretty devastating. Okay, I think I like this little nook here. Other than the fact that I'm stuck. Okay. We need bark. What? What's happening? You didn't keep your SSD? No, I didn't keep my SSD. But no, it was an oversight. I forgot to manually make sure that my Kingdom Come file transferred. I think it saves on Steam, but I might be fucked, dude. It might be gone. I was so busy backing up OBS scenes and settings and all this other stuff. It didn't cross my mind to do Kingdom Come. So, I mean, it very well could be gone. I think it automatically saves, but it might not, you know? They're gonna see all your naked pics. Well, I had to change all my passwords because I forgot to wipe those. Oh, fuck me. Also, me glitching around is not good. I like this spot because I have some cover, but the rocks seem to be broken. Should be in the Steam cloud. Okay, hopefully it's in the Steam cloud. If I had a scope on my Mosin, I'd be going after that. Put that in the backpack. I guess I can fill this up. What happened to your PC now? Dude, Intel. I'm pretty sure my CPU died again, Edgar. I think another CPU died. So I sent the whole thing back to NZXT, and I told them I'm not accepting a fixed computer. I want a new computer. I was like, I do not want this computer. I want a new computer. Because that one is clearly fucked. It's like the third time I've sent it back to them. It's a chemical suit. It's basically a full NBC suit in one. I worked on a computer repair shop. You don't want to know what people working there do with your private files? I don't even want to know. I don't have any files that I'm too worried about. Anything personal, like tax information or personal photos, is in the hard drive that I took out of the computer. The only things on my C drive would be like passwords, which I changed them all. So... the only thing on my C drive was like like basically stuff I have to use, like Windows, Firefox, and then there's a recording hard drive, so they have some DayZ footage. I called them. They still haven't inventoried it, Sly. They said 3 to 5 business days to inventory it, 3 to 4 business days to inventory it, 3 to 4 business days to then build me a new computer, and then 3 to 4 business days to quality check that computer. Because we wouldn't want to send you a computer that doesn't work now, would we? And I wanted to mock the person. I know it's not their fault, so I didn't, but I wanted to mock them ruthlessly and be like, you mean like the last 2 times I sent my computer to you? God forbid you send me a computer that's gonna break 6 months down the line. All the temp save versions of those other files? Well. I guess I gotta trust them because I'm an idiot and I don't know about those things. Should have built yourself or let me. Well, I'm almost inclined to agree with you, but if I built it myself, I'd be shit out of luck when these problems arise, which very well these problems could have arisen. It might not be NZXT's fault. It might be Intel's fault. And then if I had you built it, I'd be sending it back to you possibly. But no, I agree with you, man. I'm really not happy with my pre-built. Their customer service has been great. Okay, I don't love that I can see through the rock. I seriously thought I heard somebody walking for a minute. I was just teasing you, it's fine. I mean, dude, I do want to keep my stuff private. I don't really trust, to be honest. I also, as I mentioned, wrote a strongly worded letter with the RMA request, so they might be like, fuck this guy. Let's look at his porn. Strongly worded. I wasn't like rude, I don't think, but obviously in the written word, they can infer different tone that I am implied or meant to. But I did say, I was like, this is the 3rd time I've sent my computer back. I'm very unhappy with the product I purchased that I spent a lot of money on. I use this computer for work. I have missed countless days of work and therefore lost income. I would like a brand new computer. I'd like it to be AMD because I don't think Intel is good. I think if it's the Intel again, I would like AMD. And I said, frankly, I think I deserve an upgrade for the loss of income. So I don't know how they'll take that. But I don't know, man. I can't. I still don't regret doing a pre-built, Edgar. I just think that maybe NZXT wasn't the right company to go with. I hope you left TRMZ's OnlyFans feet pics on your hard drive. No, I have those saved to my phone. They're saved on my phone and up on the cloud. I need access anywhere and everywhere. We're going to keep circling towards that castle. Once we find a scope, we're going to be a little more aggressive. But I also don't know the lore of this map. Like, I don't know where to go for the cool stuff. So I kind of need a teammate. You know, maybe trying to speak to someone isn't the worst idea. Titan is who we use at work, and they have great systems with phenomenal support. Redline has bought 2 computers from iBuyPower and has had great experiences with them. But Titan is good to know. I've heard great things about Starforge. I just don't like their logo. It looks like a space penis. There we go, double buffed. Sly pointed that out to me, and I just can't unsee it now. So unfortunately, he ruined that company for me. Leaving some porn on the computer might work like a tip. I mean, trust me. The porn, you see the tip, baby. Don't you worry about that. You might get better service. I got a good Spider-Man joke for you. Well, it might be bad. So spiders' sexual organs are in their arms. So what Spider-Man is doing with his arms isn't heroic. He's a predator. That's not true. Do they really have sexual organs in their arms? No, they don't. Also, spiders don't have arms. They have legs, dum-dum. Cool looking castle. I like the snowy rocks. Looks pretty big too. Wonder if you can get up on top of that rock somehow. What? I really don't want to aggro random zombies out here because it will just give me away that I'm in the castle. There's a child zombie over there too. All right, so she's running. I'm gonna run and hopefully she doesn't find me. Who could pass up on a space penis logo? Come on. Dude, I don't even like the Kraken logo that I had on my cooler. Shmeez, what's going on? I just bought from NZXT. Hopefully it doesn't break. And it's AMD, not Intel, though. Well, that's a good start, Shmeez, because I do think that Intel is the root of the problem. Like, I'm not so sure that NZXT is to blame for these issues, but they're the ones who I bought from, so they kind of have to own up to it and fix the problem, and they are. Again, I really do want to give credit where credit is due. NZXT has had incredible customer service. I have really, really, really been grateful at how easy they are to get on the phone. Hold times have been getting longer lately, though, but they're pretty easy to get on the phone. The people on the phone are very helpful and very friendly. You know, but I just don't think I should have needed this much help with a pre-built. Anybody in here? Say, looked like Winnie ammo. Just in case we find a blaze or something with a scope already on it. That's nice. Cabins down below me. That's very, very good. Little summer camp cabin down that way. Be pretty wild to have a sniper fight with people on the rocks all the way up there. Jumping from castle to castle. Just whenever I see like a big, I mean, there's a lot of trees, But you'd expect to see like a little dot running around down there somewhere. Looks like the path into the hills is from this castle, so we picked the right route. Good spot for a 1092 shot? Well, I mean, if I'm making a 1092 shot, I'm gonna make sure it's legitimate. How did he know it was 1092, by the way? I got a kill on Zero Takistan. When I ranged it, it said, it just had the line. It didn't say, so it was over a kilometer. So it was over 1,000, but I don't know exactly how far it was. Somewhere just under 1,100? Okay. Oh my God. Hello? What? This is cool as hell. Oh, in the menu it said longest hit on a survivor? I didn't know you could see that in the starting menu. I thought all that info was wrong. Oh my God, Jay, thank you for the 308. Carbine. No scope, emptied out. So somebody found a gun here. Probably a Blaze or a Tundra, because if I had to guess, they had a hunting scope. And they swapped it over. It's not always wrong, it's just not consistently right. Okay. It's accurate when you log off, though. Either way, it was an incredible shot. I'm not trying to knock his accomplishment, but it does suck that, like, there's the whole, you know, rendering issue that messes it up, you know? All right, how do we get down this way safely? This is a really cool area. Oh no. Oh, over that way? I'm gonna keep my gun away for now. If somebody spots me running around up here, I'd like for them to try to talk to me instead of just shooting immediately. Gotta take those screenshots, baby. The ramp seems like an option. The ADA accessible ramp that you didn't see. Keep an eye out for bear traps. SKS ammo, noise, noise. Of course, it's Tracer. But if they spot you from a distance, they can't talk to you from that far away. They'll just shoot instead. Probably, but you never know. When he logged out, it said his kill distance in the logout screen. I bet those cabins have a hunting scope in it. If they have a hunting scope in it, they better have a frickin' Blaze in it. All right. I like it when I don't have a stack of tracers and a stack of regulars. Oh, fuck you. Thought I heard footsteps, so I was gonna just really quickly do this. I hear footsteps everywhere, dude. I honestly think that this update has made me more paranoid about footsteps, even though they tried to make it less of a problem. Oh, you could totally get stuck down there. I gotta be careful. Thank you for explaining that reload. I was baffled for a second. Yeah, I had 10 tracers, and I was 99% sure these are gonna be... Oh, no, they're not tracers. I was 99% sure that I had regular ammo in the gun. I didn't know for sure because I had found the gun loaded. But I figure put the tracers in, leave the regular out, save a stack, you know? I seriously just feel like all the time I think I hear something, I stop, I listen, and then it's nothing except for a grenade. CC3, I don't think I said hi to you. Bye, you. How you doing? I blew through the window. But if they spot... Oh, I already read that. This is like the Donkey Kong show. The what now, Bartlett? Donkey Kong? Now, not show. God damn it. Learn to read, Ishmael. It's like Donkey Kong on a TV show? High versus best. I'm gonna wear it. Especially since I've got the Ushanka. I'm gonna wear it. Low-key, Donkey Kong 64 was one of the better N64 games. That's one I kind of want to get hooked up on my emulator. So now here's the like a genuinely serious problem. If I find a hunting scope, I'm gonna wish I had this gun. So I think I'm back to triple carrying. Well, quad carrying, actually. Paul got murked at that fire barrel the other day. I'd be sitting inside if I was using that fire barrel. This is one of the cooler summer camps slash castles I've ever seen in DayZ. And that mill base was really cool too. I kind of glossed over that. But that was a really, really dope military base. Just like a tiny little checkpoint. But with like cool vantage points and maneuverability. I'm liking Siberia. Does anybody know how big Siberia is and like what percentage it is complete? Like how much more is there to come? I love Donkey Kong Country. That was the side scroller one, right? Dirtbag, how you doing? Danny boy, what's up? Paul's rubbing off on you. You're becoming a loot goblin. I mean, dude, I need the AK for clearing corners. I need the SK for mid-range. I need the Mosin and the Savannah because I don't know what scope I'm gonna find. It's not like I'm carrying 17 knives. I have 3. But 2 of them are bone knives, so they're gonna ruin any second anyways. We might be going to that second castle. I was hoping to go up into the hills right away, but I really want to scope. Is there a way out over here? Here we go. SK and AK are redundant. I disagree. I think that the AK is better for clearing corners. Oh! Okay, let's just leave the legitimate way before we fall through the map. It says map size Namalsk. Huh, that's a little... Hold on, actually, I want to look at the map really quick. I didn't even realize I have a fucking map. I can look. Yeah, it looks about Namalsk size. But it also looks... Unless some of these areas are empty, it looks fairly complete. I wonder if there are, like, you know, mission stuff he wants to add. Because it for sure says that it's a playtest. What? Oh my god. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Brian, hug me, Brian. I want to lay in your lap. How big is that Brian's inventory? Massive, I bet. Oh god, I was like, somebody told me don't drop stuff on this map. I want to lay in his lap and have somebody take a picture of me. This is why you need friends. Is there a quest on this map? There's certainly something to do with underground and toxic, but I don't know where or what or how. I don't know any of the details. Amish ain't that bad. I mean, Barnby has like 7 knives at all times. Is Barnby a loot hoarder as well? I've been meaning to watch him. I've seen him, I follow or I'm subbed to him on YouTube. I've seen him on Twitch. I checked out one of his live streams for like 15 minutes once, and he was leaving a note at the clown's base on DayZ Underground. And he was like apologizing. He was like, I didn't want it to go down like that. And I was like, ooh, I want to know what's going on here. Friends don't let friends lay across the lap of a giant teddy bear and get photographed. Yes, they do. They most certainly do. Wait, what was the name of that castle? Yeah, it was Eva Castle. So we're going to Gunner Castle next. And it looks like there's some stuff along the way. I do wish I had a compass. You should look at the bottom right of the map. Wink, wink, nod, nod, nudge, nudge. Bum, bum, bum. Hell. Looks warm. So is that like, I'm assuming that's like Atlantia. I don't think I'm taking a boat over there. I'm assuming that's like Lantia where we like teleport there somehow. Barnby bombed 17 people at his own base. It was such a shit show. He bombed what do you mean bombed 17 people? No, I have a map. I don't have a compass. There are portals. That's what I would have thought. I also just realized I have a head torch, so I don't need that thingy anymore. I ended up with the tracer rounds anyways, so what was the point of that? This ammo goes down here. Want that in the backpack. Are there boats? I haven't spent a lot of time on the coast. We did some fishing and then we went inland. This area reminds me a lot of Deadfall. He committed acts of terrorism. So Barnby like lured people to Radio Zenith and then bombed them? Thought he was an innocent journalist. Oh shit, there was that feed shack back there. That could have had a blaze or a scope. There are also ice sheets. Oh, so maybe you can like ice hop your way there? He took a mission from another faction to bomb the village that he was living in. It was fantastic. Oh my god. I gotta get back on DayZ Underground. Yeah, that's DayZ Underground, dirtbag. It's a great server. I've kind of been taking a break, but I do want to get back into it. It definitely has a blaze with 2 scopes, 1 for each barrel, baby. I've only got 1 plus symbol. Should I reset my buff now or wait till I actually need it?
Stormo378 just resubbed for 16 months. Amish love, Amish love.
Storm, thank you, thank you. Amish love you too. Thank you for the 16 months, dude. Jay, again, thank you for that 308. I mean, this feels like a pretty safe house to make a fire in. Feels like it'd be hard to spot. It's got a bullet in it. Interesting that only a BK-18 is spawning in here. Yeah, we're gonna reset the heat buff. I can boil this water too. He didn't bomb them. Dam planted a claymore and blew people up taking a photo together. So he was the bait and the dam did the murdering. Having a lighter is so clutch, dude. Morning, I'm house sitting and going insane. Ooh. Are you like taking care of animals or what are you up to while house sitting? Your calendar is full. Chat denied your request for leave. I'm going on a trip in June and I'm going to Cape May in July. Shall we? This is a long shot, but I'm checking this. Unfortunately, with how things went with Grandma on the Downers Grove trip, there was a trip I was going to take in May. Fuck. And I'm not taking that anymore because my mother-in-law, I don't know if I told you guys this, I mentioned it in the Discord, but my mother-in-law slipped in our shower the weekend she was taking care of baby Zed and her leg was off, her knee was fucked up. She's okay, she's healing, but, you know, we just are like, all right, we're not going to ask her to watch baby Zed again. So the June trip I'm still doing because LadyZed is off school in June for the summer. Taking care of their cat. And you gotta stay in the house? That's just like a quick visit. You don't need to stay there. Just check in. Buy a shower mat before the next trip. We have a shower mat. I think what we need is a handle, Jeff. And like, I could probably install a handle, but I'd really want to make sure that it's like structurally sound, you know? I'd be a little nervous that it wouldn't be like able to support her whole body weight. Not just if she's holding it, but if she were to fall, you know? Good day to have a night, good day to say nice revenge kill yesterday. Thank you, General. We positioned ourselves well there. I wish we didn't go out so sad in that next fight. I never even saw those guys. What's that big thing you put in the cooking pot? It's a chemical suit. And it's drenched. Can I wring it out? I'm gonna leave it on the ground. Maybe it'll dry out. You just took a vacation like 3 days this week. Vacation and crying over your broken computer are two different things. Hey, Ish, glad I could catch you this morning. I've been on workman's comp for 5 months. Got to get back to work. Shaners, I mean, working sucks, but I'm glad that means you're on the mend, man. What happened? He also joined a clan that had him going around collecting ears. Yeah, that sounds like the dam. I got involved with the dam the first time I played on Doug, so I was kind of thinking I should get involved with a different faction this time if I get back into it. The dam are really fun. Crycation? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, worst insulation because it's drenched. But I don't know how long I want to wait here for it to dry when I'm not even using it at the moment. But I was hoping to chug as much water as possible, fill it up again, and then boil it again. Do we know where it's used? Hell? I'm gonna guess you use it in hell? But don't you need like an anti-demonic suit, you know? Seems like you'd need more. You potato, you put the suit in a pot of water. Oh. Well, there's your problem right there. Now I see why my suit is all wet. Because I put it in a pot of water. Well, I'll be doggoned. Dang nabbit. What in tarnation? I don't know why I'm doing that voice. Small elbow tear. Gonna miss these morning streams, brother. You stream on Saturday though, right? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I also am gonna try to have Mondays as like a bit of an evening stream every once in a while. Like I really want to focus on editing on Mondays for this second channel that I'm growing. Exclamation mark YT2 if you're interested in that second channel. But you know, if I get a video done by noon on Monday, I could then stream until 6 or something, you know? So some evening streams might be coming. What do I keep seeing here? What is that F right there? You guys seeing that? Love the clips and the second channel. Thank you. I'm really enjoying making those videos. I've got 2 in the can, as we say in the business. And I'm planning on editing Monday. I was like, all right. You know, I was hoping I'd get my computer back sooner. So this Monday, I was like, I'm just going to edit, get ahead, and that way I have like a week of leeway in case I ever miss an edit day, you know? Thank you, Esplo and Bayou. Rangefinder.
Thanks for subscribing, Nate_Flanders.
Nate Flanders, thank you for the prime. Guys, brand new bird nerd. Thank you, Nate. Back to the Future 3 is top tier Western. I mean, I like it. So wife and I, movie day went well, watched all 3 Back to the Future movies, then passed out on the second Terminator movie. That's a it sucks that you missed all of Terminator 2, but if I had to pick Terminator 2 or all 3 Back to the Future movies, I'd pick Back to the Future. Shaners, I'm glad to hear you're healing up, man. Can I ask what happened at work that tore your elbow? Like being in workplace safety, I'm curious about it. Oh, another thing that I just thought of that I forgot to tell you guys about. I feel like I've just been like so off stream and like a lot of things are happening IRL. And I keep forgetting to mention it to you guys. Did I tell y'all that LadyZed is has a job interview on Friday? Pretty psyched about that. It's just like a meet and greet on Zoom, but it would cut her commute down by half an hour. And it sounds like, it sounds to me, it's very vague in the job description, but it sounds like it would be a much easier gig than she's dealing with now. I thought you almost said pregnant. No, we are not fucking pregnant. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I've been wanting her to start working closer. She's been at the same job since she graduated college. So and that commute has been brutal. I've been wanting her to work closer since we met. Ish paused long enough. I thought he was gonna say pregnant. You guys are worse than the grandmas. I swear to God. My mom the other day was talking about how she's like, I might just have to learn to live with the fact that I'll only ever have one grandchild. And I'm like, oh, brother. That's like you guys. You guys are gonna start guilting me and LadyZed soon. Like, we only have one stream grandchild. We both know you're about to have all triplets girls. I mean, frankly, that's why I'm afraid to try for another kid, because I agree with you. If I can guarantee that we'd have one kid, maybe I'd have a second, but Muscles ended up with 2 and 3 for the second pregnancy. I don't want that to happen to me, man. Don't you have 2 siblings? Can she guilt them into having kids? I think it's possible for my brother, maybe. I don't think my sister is interested as much, but I don't know. I don't really talk to them about that type of stuff. I talked to my brother about it once because he's such an over-the-top eccentric uncle. Like, he's basically a child himself, so he's just like so good with kids. He loves playing with them. So we had a little conversation, but I don't really know if it's something my sister's interested in. She lives a more rock and roll lifestyle. I kind of think not. I saw the castle wall over here, so I'm wondering if I can climb up on these rocks to check it out. Where's our stream grandchild? She's at daycare. You dog, I will slap you silly, brother. Oh, good. I grabbed the savannah. Oh, that looks like a perilous walkway. How many poops did Baby Zed have yesterday? Oh, yeah. Did we do a bet? She pooped twice. She pooped before daycare and she pooped after daycare, but not at daycare. Oh, boy. So did I win? I don't know. Is the prediction still up? I think if we don't close it by end of business day, I think it gets refunded. This is fine. Nothing bad will happen. Poll is still up for me. Any of the mods care to close it out? She pooped before and after daycare, but not at daycare. I don't really know the way the poll was phrased. What was the result? 2+? She had 2 poops yesterday. Again, none of them at daycare, though. What's up with that blue over there? Crap. I thought that I could get up and around. I think I gotta jump down from here. My cousins planned for 1 and then had twins that were premature. Most twins are preemies. Twins right off the bat would be the hardest like 18 months of your entire life. Definitely the hardest 6 months of your entire life, the first 6. But like, I just get snipped after that. I'd be like, twins, done. And just call it a day. All right, this isn't good. This is gonna hurt my shoes by a lot. $34,000 points. Damn. Yeah, the poop bet was for yesterday, guys. So we could... Wait, 3,404... Sorry. 3,044 points go to Shoot 'em Biscuits. Damn, brother. Gonna get double VIP at this rate. I had a friend who had quadruplets. That's... I don't understand how you survive that. That's not even an exaggeration. Like, I hope they're rich and they could hire a nanny. Somehow you're better at reading than math. I know, isn't it impressive? I feel like I could find like a cave entrance here. It's so stacked, you know? Blue collar folks. How old are the kids now? How are they getting on, man? Really got to be careful about sprinting. DayZ's been really weird about sprinting on non-modded maps. Come on, man. There's gotta be a frickin' scope somewhere around here. They're good. They're 5 now. Good lord. So finally starting kindergarten. Oh no. Sorry, little baby. Sorry, little munchkin. Oh, Jesus. Zombie girl, skin and quarter. What do I get out of it? My wife has a twin brother. I was terrified going to the first doctor visit. Oh, it just gets rid of the evidence of my child murder. All right, good to know. Berwinning, thank you for the 308. Nade, thank you again. Nade, not Ned. Thank you again for the prime. Had a boy and a girl, got the snip after that. I ain't making no surprise baby late in life. Did you end up having a boy and a girl twins or a boy and a girl separate? What are you talking about? There's no child murder. There's no evidence. You can't prove anything. What was that blue thing in the water? I'm planning on going to investigate. I just want to check for scopes before I do. It was recorded. Proven. New conspiracy YouTube video coming out soon. Amish Zed is a child murderer. It'd be funny if there's not a, you know, 99% possibility that video actually exists on certain insane YouTube channels. All these half-eaten snacks are interesting. Separate 5 and 2, gotcha. stop falling like this, man. Twins, but they're 5 and 2. I'm not gonna do that math. I'm just curious if it's ice or water. Ice. I gotta say, the developer of New York and Siberia, he really likes his like weird colors for like the skies and for stuff like that. It's a little uncanny valley, but it does make the map really unique. Like, you're not gonna spawn in on Siberia and think you're on Namalsk. You're gonna know what map you're on right away. Come on, give me a scope, any scope. Even if I have a badly damaged PU scope, at least I can ditch the savannah. I mean, now I'd love a tundra or a blaze. All right, so where are we going next is the question.
Metza_5 has gifted a sub to the Ariana. Thanks to it Metza_5 for my sub gift.
Aw.
Amish love, Amish love.
Well, Ari, thank you for using it. Thank you so much, and I hope everything's good with you. So we are at Gunner Castle, so I skipped Kopeski Military. There's an airfield over here. Trying to figure out oh, there's a road this way, so I missed going to the Ural Mountain. I guess we need to do like Kopeski and then airport. So basically straight out of here and then just continue south. All good here, hope you're well. I'm okay, I'm doing okay. This map is so quiet. We're hearing distant shots, oh Danny boy, but I agree with you. It's been very quiet. I mean, I am going to castles and not military bases, but it seems like the smart move, and you'd think other people would be visiting these castles for scopes like I am, you know? We spotted a player at a military base we looted, but we only had one shot at the time. And he managed to slip us. I didn't really play it very aggressively. The candy bars in my jacket, hopefully they'll melt. Any massive teddy bears here? No. But I think the thing that makes the map feel even more quiet is that there's like no wind. And the other day when I played, it felt like it was like constantly a torrent, you know? It's just like constantly, you know, ASMR shit. But now it's just like dead quiet except for my footsteps and the birds chirping. I pulled off a spectacular ishing today. You would have been proud. How did it happen? They should add random packs of bears. I think one bear is enough. One bear would be sufficient. And even that, I'm not so sure that I want. I probably should have made a fire in that hunting cabin and melted my food or defrosted my food and ate it before this military base we're going to. There was a multi-bear spawn. They had to turn it down on this map. Oh my god. Well, I know there's Yetis. I guess we haven't gotten far enough into the mountains for Yetis. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone up into this area. We heard shots up there. Let's hit this first. Military, we might find an SKS with a PU scope on it that we could swap over to the Mosin. Get rid of the triple carry. I'd been in a firefight with a guy on Prison Island who killed 2 out of 4 of us. The other 2 made their way back. My teammate confused me for the bad guy and me vice versa, and I blew her away with my Vicky. For shame, Ariana. For shame. How dare you TKRMZ somebody? In Siberia, bears sleep in trees to hide from tigers. Oh my god. Part of me is like, take that, bears. The other part of me is like, where are the tigers? It was such a good shot until the realization sunk in. Isn't that how it always is? It's the hip fire of your life until you realize that it's red line. Boom, I'm glad you had fun watching, man. That was a fun fight. I was like very paranoid the whole fight. I'm glad we positioned correctly to get that kill. I wish we had fought back a little more in the fight that killed us. But I never saw those guys, man. I was just hearing shots, looking right at the origin and not seeing anything. It's all good if it's redline. He holds a grudge, though. Once again, Berwinning, thank you for that 308. And Meza with the gifted a couple months ago, I believe. I don't think Meza's here right now. It's like interesting, Boom, that you're calling me Andy. I'm not used to that. Everyone calls me Ish here. Yesterday was cool seeing TRMZ by accident. It was pretty fun. It was nice to bump into him. Mostly because I had a electric repair kit, so I could settle that score once and for all. I genuinely feel more prepared to hit him up for a team up now that I don't have to worry about finding a repair kit during that team up. What about that time Ish got HB'd and Lexified in the span of 3 minutes? Oh my god, I forgot about that, man. All right, I think I just keep running this way, but it's getting so foggy, it's hard to tell. Let me look at the map. So you run south, and I guess this is the road. So if I make a right, that might take me to the airfield. Seems like I couldn't miss it anyways if I kept going, but let's follow the road to be safe. You got DTKRMZ, DPTKRMZ. I still think that triple penetration was a great squad name for TRMZ, Doc, and I. This is when we're gonna get into a fight, when it's dusk and it's foggy. Okay, I'm starting to think this isn't the right road. Yeah, I gotta make sure that I hit Doc up again. I mean, I just am trying to do more team ups in general. I feel like I'm having better runs when I have a teammate. It's just hard to schedule the time with some people because I'm like, I stream at this time and that's it. And I don't want to be difficult, but like, you know, I have to work around my kid's schedule. So I'm just like, I'd love to team up, but you kind of have to work around my schedule. I'm sorry, you know. Doc is very fun. Yeah, Doc's a great guy. Could use a louder microphone, though. I think you should have called yourselves No Country for Old Men. Okay. Now we're just being rude. Mostly to Doc. TRMZ and I are very old, but Doc's like 33 or 34, I think. I'm also 34 for the record, but let's face it, I'm an old 34. Really like his chemistry with you. Doc is one of those guys that I like can go like 6 months without teaming up with, if not longer. Dead zombie down there. Okay, I don't want a skyline. As much of a clear view as this gives me, I think skylining is a bad idea. You sound no younger than 54. Oh, you're so sweet. I don't expect to find a hunting scope in this military. So I'm gonna drop the savannah. Just on the other side of these rocks by a tree, right on the rock. Oh boy. Is this the small military? I think we're at the airfield. I think we somehow missed the small military. Dude, this is so spooky. The fog and the dust combo? I don't know if that's like a map specific thing. But damn, dude. So there's a dead zombie in this compound. So I kind of figured I'd come here. Let's just dive in. Oh, come on. And that's a zombie that somebody killed.
DD_in_Colorado just resubbed for 45 months. How we living?
Oh, we're getting on. Checking out Siberia, which is a very spooky map. At least right now it is. God damn it. I should not have aggroed that zombie. Just want to make sure he's not in here. I'll bring the zombie in and kill him. Colorado, thank you for the resub, man. V Sir, what's up, buddy? I just realized that I have very few. I have one bandage roll left. Did you not see that person? I did not see a player. No, I saw zombies. But no, I have not seen a player in this area. I won't spoil to ruin your immersion. I don't know what you mean. Do you mean one of the bodies that are like assets? You know what I mean? They're not like, you know, dead zombies. I definitely should have ate this food just to get rid of the inventory space. You ran past him. He was at the rocks outside. Like a living player. And no offense, but usually when one person in chat says, I saw somebody, and no one else says anything, it's usually a zombie or something. Whoops. But I will double check. Because the rocks would be a pretty campable spot. No, it's not meta. It's not meta if it's something that I missed on my screen. It's meta if it's something that I couldn't have seen myself. You know what I mean? At least that's the way I see it. Otherwise, all those missed shots would be meta too. But no, like I miss spotting players sometimes because I'm looking at chat and stuff. So I personally don't count that as meta. We on tomorrow? I'm down. I was planning on it, handsome. I'd like that, but I think I need to keep this head torch. Nice. Good for my suppressed pistol. I slept in today. Sleep in tomorrow so we can get a full team up. It's because you were dreaming about me. That's why you slept so good. I think I saw bones by that zombie corpse. All this 45 is really nice. Currently working on tools for streamers. I got some crud stuff done, but also making schedulers and planners that also allow roles suggested by a few different variables in hopes to help scheduling. Interesting, V-Sir. I am a lost cause when it comes to scheduling. Yeah. Probably a dead body. Definitely a dead body. Oh, wow. Those folks I watch don't consider catching something on their screen as meta. Yeah, I definitely don't. Meta is something that I could not have known from being in the game. Like, you tell me that OG is on this server, and I haven't bumped into him. Or you tell me that there's a dead body at Tizzy, even though I haven't been to Tizzy, you know? Okay. I think I'm taking it, even though it's damaged. Because I can ditch the SK if I get that. And like, look how much more inventory space I have all of a sudden. I think 2 extra mags is enough. I'm like so paranoid about those rocks. But again, like I actually think that you're better off not being up there because it's so easy to spot you. Bro, this is some of the spookiest ambiance I've ever seen in DayZ. It's not dark, so it's just like a pain in the ass to see, but it's like just dim enough, just foggy enough that you like are like, wait, is that a player or a zombie? Those bushes kind of started making noise before I actually touched them. All right, I'm getting up close to these rocks because there's like a whole bunch of ATCs and stuff over there. I think I want to stay in these trees and look around a little bit. The silence is adding to the spookiness. It's really eerie. And like, again, I know someone's here. I just don't know where they are. And I can't even like climb the ATC and get a vantage point and necessarily spot them, you know? But yeah, a happy life. I seriously don't know what you saw, man. Were you saying you saw a player, or were you saying something else? I'm mostly curious. I don't think a player was in my line of sight. Dude, if there was somebody in those windows, I don't even think I could see them. Silent Hill, that's exactly what it's invoking. Just waiting to hear some like pistol snaps. Like whoever was here was killing a lot of zombies. So hopefully they're making some noise when they do it. Yeah, I just don't think it was a player, Cassie. I was about to ask about music, but realized the music is on my end and not the stream. Well, there is music on this server, but for YouTube editing's sake and copyright fear, I don't have it turned on. But I was watching Smoke's stream the other day, and I believe that there was like Skyrim music playing. Which I also didn't really find very atmospheric. I found it rather annoying, actually. Can't even, I guess I would see the helmet if it was a plate zombie. Oh, Quonset huts. They could have some loot. getting dark in here. Saiga drum mag. Went to the gaming store a while back and they had a Skyrim soundtrack playing. Yeah, I just don't think it fits DayZ vibes. I'm gonna use it. I'll probably ditch it in about 10 minutes, but for now I'm gonna use it. Was that a splint underneath the ghillie? I did not see a splint. All that tells me, though, is that somebody was here. No, I dropped the baby AK and the SK in exchange for a damaged, full-sized AK. And I've stashed the Savannah up on the rocks. Because I don't think I'm likely to find a hunting scope here. I might find... These are medium, I'm gonna wear them. I might find a PU scope if we find an SKS with a PU scope on it. But I don't think it's possible for me to find a hunting scope here. Unless somebody dropped it, you know. That's much better. Let's drink some of this water. It is boiled. Yeah, the server has boosted stamina. I think it was a pyramid head. Oh god. I go rabid for Viga drums. They're really good for base raiding and clearing corners. I wonder how many NVGs there are on this server. Is that going to be something I have to worry about? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be light blue. I think it's gonna go to dark blue almost immediately. Another dead zombie. I must be right behind this guy. I think that if they were in the ATC, I would have heard footsteps or I would have been shot at. So I think I'm gonna go loot those Quonsets. I feel like I've got limited time with the cold and with the sun. So I think I should just hit the important areas and then either get out of here or catch up with whoever we're chasing. Saiga Central over here.
Stygosaurus just resubbed for 12 months. Yay, our 1-year anniversary. What did you get me? Amish love.
So we know it's the same guy, dude. Same tactic. It's the guy we saw at that first military base we looted today. This is interesting. Stig, thank you for the 12 months, man. Thank you, thank you. Whoops. What tactic? Shooting the shit out of all the zombies right outside your building. Tactic might be not the right word, but you know, it's like a trademark. Helmet. I'm gonna stick with what I got. It makes me want to move quicker because this guy's not playing as if he's worried about other players spotting him, you know? Like, clearly he was just shooting zombies. If I could catch up to him, he might... Oh, sorry, Walkman. I didn't realize you were here earlier. We were in a different mill base, and there was a whole pile of zombies like that outside of a building. So I'm assuming it's the same guy. Oh, shit. What's up there, dude? I have to take that in case we find a PU scope. But I'm just thinking that, like, he could have the same situation where he gets overrun and he's shooting like zombies and give us a chance to get him. Or if we find TRMZ. I really wonder how it would have ended if I had been the ones talking to Paul instead of Doc. I don't think I would have shot him. I might have tried to rob him. I might have been like, there's two of us. Drop your shit or we'll kill you. Would Doc have gone along with it though? I don't know. I don't know if Doc can be unfriendly besides just murdering people. Oh. Sorry, bud. I'm sorry, bud. I thought you were the guy. Oh, I flicked. Can't even see him anymore. I'm gonna try to stay out of the fog, but cross over and get to where they're going. Wait, what if this guy has a scope? If he's got a buddy, his buddy's running away. Fuck yeah, dude. Should have looted him right away. I couldn't tell if that was two or if that was a player being chased by a zombie. There wasn't a weapon cleaning kit on him, was there? Give you guys some gamma. I would not have shot if I had seen that he had no gun out. I heard the footsteps and I just went for it, you know? God, I hate that personal nightlight, man. It makes me feel like I'm glowing in the dark. Boy, he could be hiding in any one of those barracks. No gun out in the military doesn't mean much in my opinion. No, it doesn't. Military is a kill zone if you want it to be. I wouldn't have shot personally. I do not want to clear every single one of those. Nine shots. No gun cleaning, just leather. That's what I thought. That is a cool little red dot. No, I'm freezing to death. No, PU scope's in good shape. That's why I dropped the repair kit. We might have been able to hit him when he was running away if we had had this scope. I'm doing a little circle, but I have a feeling he's in one of those barracks. It was hard that he was running to the right, so you had to like move the iron sight where the barrel of the gun was blocking my view, and then just try to time it so that he would step into the shot. It was either that or flick shot, and I wasn't even close with that. Oh shit. I thought we were near the edge of this base. We're only just getting started. If you didn't shoot and talk, there's a good chance his teammates would have snuck up on you. Very true, very true. Crossing over here. I wonder if I get in a building if I'll at least stay light blue. It won't make sniping easy, but at least we won't be dying. Those footsteps, though, I gotta say, I really don't. I mean, I've been saying it. This isn't a hot take. This isn't new. But, like, it's just like, I happened to be the one who was standing still at the moment that that guy was running. So I won that fight. Like, it's not like I, like, prepped or, like, positioned. Like, I just was standing still. He was moving. So I heard him from 40 feet away. TLOU2 Central. Victory Beer Central. And he had armed guns, right? His guns were loaded. He had like a carbine and something else on his shoulder. Saiga or a Bison with that optic on it? So it's not like he couldn't have shot. I say justifying my actions. Uh-oh. They could have looted here before I killed the guy, though. You have Gamma. The whole footsteps thing is actually gonna like encourage camping because people are just gonna want to not move and listen more, which, you know, is a valid tactic, but I just think that less people are going to be on the move, you know? Oh, those are all double door barracks. So he probably if it was a zombie chasing him, he probably locked up the zombie and then kept running. If it was a duo, which I truly couldn't tell, they probably just kept on running. Ooh. Victory beard defrosted, and I did just get a kill. Gulo, what's up, man? Yeah, Death Savior did a bunch of gifteds right in the away this morning. It's too much in my opinion, yeah. In my opinion, fearing footsteps used to be more of a skill, and now you can't not hear them. I agree. Although now the skill is like deciphering all the random noises from actual footsteps. I actually might... Oh wait, I want to keep that for a fire. I actually might make a fire in here. Okay, I see a zombie. Oh, no, that... Wait. What are you up to, mister? Who's making you angry? Wait. I think that door was open a second ago. I think the first one I looked at was open before. Dude, is that zombie about to aggro on me? Yep. Oh! We're winning! We're winning. You're meaner than I am. All right, well, I've been struggling with sniping recently. It's nice to know I can lead a shot still. Remember that guy's quote-unquote tactic? All right, so I do think it was only one. And that he was fighting a zombie when he was running away. So, we're badasses. We killed 2 unarmed men. Well, again, that first guy did have a gun. For winning. That was nuts timing, dude. You did the first shot, like, coincide with my shot, or was it a split second after? Thank you for the 308. Wolf, thank you for the follow. I got Stig for earlier. I really hope that guy has a weapon cleaning kit. I really need it. It was a split second after? Okay, because I heard the shot as I was realizing I hit the guy. And I genuinely couldn't tell if it was like the second or the first shot. I thought someone shot you at the same time. You've got TRMZ placing potatoes on his vest now. Look what you've done. Hey, it's awesome, okay? You can judge TRMZ for many things, but, you know, you can't judge him for putting an awesome potato on his vest. Sorry, but 1080 looks horrible. Left a like, but we'll be back when 1440 returns. Have fun. I'm sorry, man. I literally can't stream in 1440 on this computer, man. Can't imagine it's that bad, but, you know, I mean, you know, you're not gonna make you, obviously it can't make you. I wouldn't want you watching if you're not enjoying it, but there's really nothing I can do about it. 1440 will be back the second it can be, but my computer broke, you know? What do you want me to do? You can put epoxy in your boot slot. Ooh, interesting. Unbreak it right now. I'm unbreaking it. It looks fine. I know. I mean, YouTube still looks better than Twitch. You guys get a higher bitrate. There's no way it looks that bad. Could really use a belt. A belt with a hip holster would be cool. A plate would be cool, but I don't think he had a plate because he dropped like a sack of bricks. I called NZXT yesterday and they told me that they can confirm that the package arrived, but they haven't like inventoried it yet. So it takes 3 to 4 business days for them to inventory it. Then they can build me another computer, which is 3 to 4 business days. And then they can finally quality check it, which can take 3 to 4 business days. And then they ship it back to me, which is priority shipping. So somehow shipping the computer across the country twice is the shortest part of the process. But you know, I get it. They're a big company. I'm sure there are many people with broken computers they have to fix. But I'm a little frustrated. There isn't that much of a difference. I can't imagine it's unwatchable. If you really can't stand 1440, I don't know how you stand my shooting. Like, how did these guys get all the fucking Mosins and scopes? He also had a scoped Mosin, but didn't have the scope on it. Why didn't he have the PU scope on it? Oh, damn. Oh, boy. Damn, I ruined his backpack. I don't know why these guys were running around without a gun out, man. They were geared. I watch on 160p because of the shooting. Yeah, see, exactly. None of it matters if the bitrate isn't right? Well, the bitrate is at 15K for YouTube. I could probably up it to 20 because bitrate isn't a limiting factor on this computer. It's the graphics card. I might be able to stream in 1440p to YouTube, but I don't think so. I should give it a try though, at least. Apparently I'm losing viewers because of it. Okay, fuck, where do I make a fire? Well, let's at least sort out our loot inside this building, but I do need to make a fire. That scarecrow made me jump for a second. Okay. I'm just gonna eat and drink everything I can. I refuse to watch in 1440, I only watch in 1080. I mean, I'm with Sly, man. I want people watching in 160 so they can't tell if I'm hitting my shots or not. His shooting is so bad, I'm surprised he was able to make LadyZed. I mean, to be fair, if point blank range is like a 0-meter shot, technically I was like -3 inches away, you know? -2.5. Didn't involve a lot of aim, you know? Hope everyone's having a decent day. I'm having a great day. We just got 2 kills. Exploring a new map. Last of Us 2 when we die, I think. He was barrel stuffing, yeah. Totally watchable. It's a bit hard to see the guy running with a zombie chasing him. Oh, dude, that wasn't me, V-Sir. That was the fog. That was just the map, you know? I would like to keep that, but I don't really know why I'm holding on to it like that. And then... I don't need those. I don't really need that either. I gotta make a fire. I'm dying. Hit her with that hip fire. Just came from YouTube. Picture was blocky. Now watching on Twitch a lot better. I don't understand that. They're both 1080p, and Twitch actually is getting less bitrate. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind if other people would check that. I'm not trying to give you homework or nothing, but if that's the case, I need to change something. I don't want the dog food. I want the tuna, and I want the beans and all that. But we need to go somewhere where we can make a fire. Oh, I need that bandage. You don't need that paper when you have ammo boxes? True. I'm only dark blue. I'm not dark. I'm not flashing dark, so I'm actually okay. I can lose a little bit of health. How did my mag get damaged? It was in good shape before. I'm not gonna take an SVAL. Unless I have a ton of armor piercing, which I don't. I do want that though. Go. All right, eat this cereal, then we go find somewhere to make a fire. Looks fine on YouTube. I don't know what the issue is. Okay, if YouTube looks worse than Twitch, something is wrong. YouTube should look better than Twitch. It has twice the bitrate. But yeah, I'm in 1080p right now. You know, if that's a problem, then you know I apologize. See you next time. You know. All right, PU scope is pristine. This one's worn. That doesn't actually matter, but I'm superficial. All right, I can make a fire in one of these buildings. Although I'm still at a military base. But you know what? I'm gonna do it. Everybody else must be freezing as well, right? So I'm making the fire. Everybody else is probably hunkered down by a fire as well. No. That's not a tree that I can cut down? Gather long stick. Wait, that's gonna give me logs. YouTube does look worse with motion. Huh. Does anyone know why that could be? Both streams are downscaled with the same downscaler to 1080p. But YouTube is broadcasted with twice the bitrate. More than twice the bitrate. Okay, okay. Well, I'm sorry, YouTube. I will look into it. I wonder if there's something I can do while I'm live. I don't think I can change too many settings while live. Don't love that window. Was blocky okay than blocky? I mean, movement causes blockiness, especially when it's like dark or foggy, because there's so many similar colors that it all ends up rendering looking very samey, you know? But again, I think no matter what, YouTube should be the better looking stream. What happened to my lighter? Oh, my lighter was left behind from the initial kill. I gotta go back, dude. When I was swapping my pants, I left my lighter in those pants. It's more blocky whenever you're moving. I think it's gonna be better when the sun comes out and there's more contrast between things and it's not so gray and dark, which the sun is coming out right now. If it's still bad after that, maybe I'll see if I can change a setting while live. I don't think it's gonna let me change much while I'm live. Uh-oh. Well, YouTube, if you want to come over to Twitch. Apparently, Twitch looks a little better in the meantime. But those of you with like YouTube Premium aren't going to want to do that. I appreciate you bearing with me. Hopefully, I can fix it. You changing something live, this could go poorly. I know. It's probably bitrate and OBS, but you're right. When it's dark and foggy, it will look blocky. Yeah. There's nothing I can do about it looking blocky in general, but I really don't think that it should look worse than Twitch. That doesn't make any sense to me. As punishment for 1080p, you must eat a pickle. No, thank you. Abs. We are so well fed. Those guys were so, like, they weren't like kitted in terms of guns, but goddamn, man, did they have a lot of ammo and food? Just an absolute abundance of food. He must stream while wearing TRMZ merch. Yo, I actually stream often wearing TRMZ merch. I own a hat and a shirt and a hoodie. I was, you know, I bust his balls, but I was a TRMZ fan before I was ever a streamer. Walking vending machines. Well, YouTube's not going anywhere, G-Main, but, you know, it's just the bit rate. I don't know, something's wrong right now. I will fix it, you know? And someday I'll have a functional computer that I paid for, and that'll fix everything, but... All right. I should probably boil this water. I guess I'm keeping the 308 just in case we find like a DMR somehow. I do not have a TRMZ mug. That is true. I own too many mugs as it is. All right, let me alt-tab really quick and just check a couple of things. All right, so... yeah, 1500 kilobits per second. I do have the preset set to fast and tuning set to ultra low latency because I have to. When I started this morning with those set higher, it ended up I got a bunch of drop network frames. Jesus. Oh, wait. Could this be a problem? I don't know if Sly is in chat, but Sly's like my guy for settings. Could this be a problem? I have it set to 1080p here, but I don't have it set to here? Could that be an issue? I don't think that's an issue. And then when it comes to Twitch, like Twitch has the same settings, bilinear, 1080p, but 7,000, fast, ultra low, like everything's the same. I don't think that'd fix it. You're scaling twice though. How am I scaling twice? Oh, am I scaling twice because I'm scaling once for Twitch and once? Okay. Fuck. Oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. I might be able to change things overall to look better if I fix that. God damn it. I just didn't even go into that setting when I was setting all this up. I can't change that without stopping the stream. For winning, thank you for another 308. Laya the Cobalt, thank you for the follow. Karu, thank you for the prime.
40 months. Hello, Amish, hey.
It's an easy fix though, but I just don't want to end the stream, you know. Like you lose your whole view count, but on the other hand, I'm losing viewers because the stream looks like shit. Quick question, does it show on your side how long someone has been following you? No, it does not, Danny. There might be a way to look for it, but I do not see it just by like you talking in my chat. Yeah, thank you for winning. I think I'm gonna fix it. YouTube, it's gonna mean stopping and starting the stream, but I think I'm gonna fix it, you know? So I hope you'll come back. I'm gonna run away once we get the double buff, and then we'll fix it really quick. I know I'm dying, but I want to get the second heat buff. Huh, that might not have boiled enough. Well, this was YouTube asking about the follow age. I guess I can do it while I'm getting the heat buff. All right, promise me you'll come back, YouTube. Twitch, you're gonna end up sticking around. You might actually not have to leave Twitch. But YouTube, I love you. Please come back.